Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Royal Sussex Live. Welcome, one and all. Hey, Black Queen, if you're there. Let me see. Let me see who was here first. Paulette Claw, Beverly Jackson. Well, thank you. Hello to you too. Lisa Glaze, Shirley Holland, Love Wins Movement. Yeah, this is the premiere. The premiere. You have to say it very fancy. The premiere. Yes, this is the premiere. Hit the thumbs button if you forgot your way in. Yeah, if you forgot to on the way in, right? Baron is, yeah. You know what? That is so weird seeing that number. I guess I am. Yeah. Let me see. Yeah, I guess I am. Let me see where I am with that right now. Uh, oh yeah, just need 60 people, about 60 people, and we will break that 60 rate. Yeah, there we go. Wow, thanks for reminding me. I don't know why I didn't really think about it. Um, yeah, okay. But yeah, I'm very happy about that. Thank you so much for the reminder. Okay. Let me see who else is here. Jen. Well, anyway, I'll just say hi to everybody as I go along. Okay, let me take this away so I can see what the slides. That's what I need. I need some slides. Okay, let's get those slides up. I don't even know how to love you, but I'm ready to learn. Yes, I'm ready to learn to fall in love right now. Okay, the slides are coming up. There we go. Wait, where is it? Oh, okay. Little delay, but we get there. Okay, so let's see. Charles, Godzilla, William, or should I say Wilma, Kate, Prince Harry, Princess Meghan. Anyway, beware, you guys, beware. Or as Elmer Fudd would say, be very quiet. We are hunting wabbit. Be very quiet. All right. Let me make this a little bigger. I can't see so well. There we go. Tish Jemison, thank you so much for being here. And Blue Draws. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that. Okay, I'm going to take my face away. And do I have my, what am I missing? I'm missing just one thing. Maybe I won't need it. Maybe I will. 1 second. Uh, well, yes, I will need it. Hold on, you guys. I will need it. Yeah, I got it. I got it. Every time I think of you, I always catch my breath. 'Cause I'm still standing here and you're miles away. And I'm wondering why you left. But there's a song that's racing. Okay. And happy Juneteenth. That's right. Happy Juneteenth. This is a national holiday. And, well, anyway, I'm enjoying all of the peace and the freedom that I have become accustomed to throughout my lifetime. And let's see here. Okay. All right. I'm so sorry. Let me do this. I'm on live. Talk to you later. Okay. All right. That was very sweet of her to reach out to me, but oh, you like that song by Richard Marx? Me too. Whatever it takes, or how my heart breaks, I will be right here waiting for you. Okay, it's Juneteenth. Take a look here, and that is why I needed my speaker because I'm going to share this soundbite with you. This is a very short story about the Juneteenth, and because I don't think I could do it any justice, I am going to let someone else do the talking. Um, okay, let me cue this up, and we'll make it do what it do. All right, so where did I see that? Right here. Hope I saved it. Did I save it? Oh, Lord. Wait. Oh, yes, I did. Okay, I did. I did. Go to bookmarks.
Ended slavery in Confederate States. The story of Juneteenth starts on June 19, 1865, 2.5 years after the Emancipation Act ended slavery in Confederate States. Major General Gordon Granger and Union soldiers delivered the news that slavery had ended to 250,000 people who were still enslaved in Texas. Black Americans celebrated. Freedom brought huge progress in the years after the war. Literacy rates jumped 70% in the subsequent 40 years, and 22 Black Americans were elected to federal government. But when Reconstruction ended in 1877, attempts to build communities were met with violent attempts to restore the power imbalance of the pre-civil rights years. Throughout the 1900s, Juneteenth celebrations continued, highlighting advancements within the family and community and honoring ancestors. In 2016, Opal Lee, an activist in Fort Worth, Texas, set out to make Juneteenth an official holiday. By walking from her home in Texas to Washington, D.C., she reached Washington by walking 2.5 miles a day, representing the number of years it took for news of emancipation to reach Texas. In 2021, Lee's campaign was successful. President Biden signed legislation making Juneteenth a federal holiday. Today, Juneteenth is an opportunity to celebrate Black Americans' contribution to American culture and honor the continuing quest for freedom, justice, and equality.
So, by the way, you guys, I don't know if you know this, but Opal Lee, if you recall, I shared with you, I'm so sorry I didn't have that prepared, but I shared with you the story about a lady whose family was driven out of their home. I believe it was in Texas. They drove her family out of their home. A mob of people, no sooner did they move in, then they were driven out. And the reason why was because it was a mostly white community. And when that happened, um, oh, the troll spray. You know what? I think I did forget to do that, didn't I? Yeah. So anyway, they found out later on that the family was never compensated for that property, and oh, the troll spray is on. So I don't know why. If things are weird, I'm not sure why, but the troll spray is on, and oh well, if it's weird, hopefully that will pass. But or I can push it back. Well, if you have subscribed, yeah, the troll spray is on. But anyway, they gave her the property. She wanted to buy the property from this organization that owned it, and they said we cannot sell it to you, but we're going to give it to you. And so I believe that was, I forgot how long ago it was, maybe 3 years ago. Well, they've built a house on that property and gave Opal Lee the key to the property. So she's 97 years old, and she was just a child when she and her family were driven out of the house. But all these years later, some 90 years later, the property is back in her family again. So that's incredible. But Opal Lee is a national treasure, and she was very instrumental in pushing for the Juneteenth holiday. So I would say that is it. It just reminds me that no matter how busy I am, um, I could just, I look at the sacrifice that some people have made, and I think, gosh, I need to do more. I need to do so much more. That is like one of the most admirable things that you could do is to push for a holiday to, it won't fix everything that has been wronged, but it is a reminder of everything that has happened and how much better off we are today. So, cheers to Opal Lee. So anyway, look her up. Her name is Opal Lee. She has got her ancestral property back. Is in the family, and I am very happy for all of them, for everyone, for everyone in the United States. It rights a wrong, a corrective action, if you will. So, hello, Helen Marmon. Thank you for being here. Happy Juneteenth. Uh, okay. Anastasia. Hi, Anastasia. Okay. I wasn't sure. Oh, and Lucy Wynn is here. Great. I wasn't sure if we had any moderators here, but great, great, great. All right. I love this. I just found this earlier, but I love this. I love that. Okay. All right. I think we're good then. Blue Draw says, thanks for all you do, Baron. Happy Juneteenth. Well, thank you very much. And thank you so much for supporting Royal Sussex. Oh, wait. I could do better than that. Thank you very much. And thank you for supporting Royal Sussex. All right. And also, Galveston, Texas. Welcome to Galveston, the birthplace of Juneteenth. The city of Galveston, Texas, established in 1839. Galveston is that island, right? Didn't they get hit with like a huge flood or a tsunami or something like that? There was like a hurricane and it just wiped out Galveston some years ago. Yeah, I think Galveston is actually an island off the coast of Texas. Anyway, if I'm correct, they had a huge storm and it just kind of it was like somebody took a big hand and just wiped it clean. Oh, thank you. Sometimes I test my memory. Okay, let's continue. And so here is a photo. I believe this is from Charleston, North Carolina. I think this is what it was. Anyway, this is no, I take that back. Oh heck, I forgot. Anyway, I think this was part of the Juneteenth celebration. Are they newlyweds? Anyway, I love vintage photos of black people. You know, oh no, I think that is it Houston or is that a name? Houston, Houston. Oh well, I forgot. But anyway, I love those vintage photos. You know, the thing is, and this is one of those photos that belongs to the Library of Congress. There's a lot of historic photos that are stored at the National Library in Congress. I'm sorry, the Library of Congress. And thank goodness for that because some of these things could have been lost to the ages. But just like with Europe's history, um, there's always this idea that black people have not made contributions to nations outside of Africa, in which we have been living all these years for the past 400 years. But the truth is, there has been quite a few contributions that helped to build these nations. So when people try that go back to Africa stuff, no, I have it on good authority. This is my home. There's no place for me to go back to. This is home. My people helped build this place, not just through the slavery and stuff, but I'm talking about the whole industrial revolution. My ancestors was a part of that. So home is home, and this is my home. And here is a vintage photo. I think this one is, oh gosh. Nope, don't let me. I forgot where I got. I knew it when I saved them and now I forgot. But anyway, that is a very cool photo. I mean, look at the pride that people had in themselves. Everybody is dressed. You know, back in the old days, regardless of your age or gender, everybody wore a hat when they left the house. Everybody wore a hat. You didn't leave the house without a hat. So, anyway, very cool. Um, Now, Prince Harry and Meghan fans are a danger. Did you guys know how dangerous you are? Did you have any idea how dangerous you all are? A PR expert says that the Harry and Meghan fans can be an absolute danger. As a, I like to quote Archie Bunker from times to time. If you're wondering why do I have Archie Bunker, because Archie Bunker is the one who coined that phrase. Isn't that the black calling the pot kettle? Isn't that the black calling the pot kettle? And you know what? Archie Bunker was absolutely right. That's just like calling the black the pot kettle. If you think that the Sussex squad or Harry and Meghan supporters are a danger, what do you call those uh, crazed lunatics that call themselves monarchists and royalists? What do you think they are? As a matter of fact, you know what? I got to be fair though. Not all monarchists and not all royalists are, you know, are they don't hate Harry and Meghan. Not all of them. There's just the Brexiters and the MAGA type people. They are the haters. There's a lot of royalists that are very pragmatic, and so you can't really fairly say that they're all that way. What is the pot call? Wait, what do you mean? Is the pot calling the kettle black? No, Archie Bunker said, "Isn't that the black calling the pot kettle?" uh, anyway, so Prince Harry and Meghan fans are a danger. Prince Harry and Meghan supporters are part of an army of people on social media driving conspiracy theories about Princess Kate and are a danger to truth, a PR expert has told Newsweek. By the way, this is one of those Jack Royston articles. The Princess of Wales returned to the limelight at Troop in the Color on Saturday after months in which social media users suggest she was missing. She was missing. What do you mean, suggest? She was missing. Some conspiracies about Kate and her marriage to Prince William had been pushed on X, formerly known as Twitter, by accounts that support Harry and Meghan, raising questions about whether the actions of grassroots fans could damage the Sussexes. Yes, the actions of grassroots fans for Will and Kate could damage the Sussexes. Absolutely. Absolutely. Because of all of the lies and false statements and such that are constantly being dripped out by those people, like, for instance, the idea that the Sussexes wanted to hitch a ride back to the U.S., even though they hadn't seen their kids for like 2 or 3 weeks, and flying back on Air Force One would mean that they would have to change and find another plane and hopefully get a flight to LA when you could just go direct. One of the biggest routes is LA to Britain, right? So it is not difficult to find a direct flight that could get you home in half the time than hitching on Air Force One. I never believed that that was true. And I also believe that that was something that was driven by the Will and Kate supporters, all three of them, really. But that's where I believe that it comes from. It wasn't a logical person who said something like that. It was someone who was determined to misrepresent, to try to make the Sussexes look like they were trying to get over, or trying to get something for nothing, or trying to bolster their image by hitching a ride with. Number one, Air Force One is not an Uber. It is the call name for the president's flight. You don't just hitch it like a Uber. We don't know um, if there's ever been any conversation between the Sussexes and the Bidens since they moved to LA. The president and the first lady, they got other stuff to do. And if they decide that they, want to reach out one side to the other, we may never know about it, let alone the idea that they would hitch a flight. But that is one of those lies that were created just to make people angry. It sounds like that lie about Michelle Obama's mother demanding money from the federal government from whatever program so that she can be compensated for babysitting or taking care of her grandkids while they were in the White House. That was a lie designed to create hostility. Let's see. Maybe the Sussex squad represent danger because we challenge the royal PR machine and their spinning of lies instead of telling the truth. Here, 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 here. Therein lies the danger, is the fact that we have exposed so many of their lies. And that is why they're threatened. Anytime someone brings the truth, that is a threat. Nope, I wasn't ready for that yet. Let me see here. Let me finish up with that first. That is going to require me to, let me see, where did I leave off with that? Okay. All right, so the article goes on to say here, Mark Borkowski, PR consultant and author of An Impropaganda believes, Impropaganda, oh, that's clever, believes that the public can distinguish between the Sussex squad and the couples themselves, but warned the social media supporters pose a danger to truth. So he's saying that the public can distinguish between the Sussexes and the so-called, well, okay, let me do that again. So they're trying to say that everybody that supports Harry and Meghan are part of the Sussex squad? That's not true. Believes the public can distinguish between Sussex squad and the couple themselves. But okay, this is the thing though. Are you implying that everybody that supports Harry and Meghan would call themselves part of the, or refer to themselves or think themselves part of the Sussex squad? That doesn't make any sense. It's just like I just said. Not everybody that supports the royal family hates the Sussexes, and not everybody that supports Harry and Meghan would ever think of themselves as being in the Sussex squad. So again, that doesn't make sense. But I guess that's not the point. It's not supposed to make sense, is it? It's supposed to create hostility. No one believes in the depths of this battle is still goes on that either party would want to seize upon health issues to fight a war. Actually, I do believe that there is a possibility that some or all of the things that has been said regarding the health of anybody in the royal family that shall I say, doesn't live in California, meaning, of course, let me just say it. I believe that there's always that possibility that there has been a huge lie that has been perpetrated by either of those households over there, whether it's Buckingham Palace or Kensington Palace. The same people that sent out those Franken photos, if you're creating a photo from a bunch of body parts and passing it off as a real legitimate photographic proof of life and an update, and the truth is it wasn't just photoshopped, it was actually constructed from several other images, right? So if you're lying about that, why should I believe anything you say? If you say that someone who has been, shall we say, a jewel, a valued member of any team, and I am speaking of the Duchess of Sussex, these are the people that said Meghan was a bully, right? They accused Meghan of being a bully. And why did they accuse Meghan of being a bully? Because their backs were up against the wall. They were afraid of what Harry and Meghan would expose to Oprah Winfrey. So rather than waiting until after the interview, they decided to preempt the interviews, the interview by saying that they were investigating Meghan for being a bully. They had an entire year from the time the Sussexes left, and even before they left, to push this narrative about all of the people at Kensington Palace are afraid of Meghan, that sometimes they wet their pants, they crap their pants, they cry and they shiver because Meghan just walked in the room, or they think Meghan is angry. That was a lie. So if you lied about that, how do I know you wouldn't lie about cancer? Right? How do I know that's not a lie? Everybody knows that Kensington Palace has told several lies on several occasions about the Sussexes because of this one-sided war. So why should I believe them? Why? You won't even say what kind of cancer it is. Now, in my heart of hearts, I don't want to believe that anybody would lie about something like that, but I cannot trust Kensington Palace. I cannot trust them. So I will just say that I just hope that they're not lying, okay? I'll be very diplomatic. I hope they're not lying. It's a very serious thing. But all as I know is for someone who supposedly was suffering from cancer, they've never looked better. They never looked better. Let me see. Once again, the deranged, bitter hag trolls, including the royal rats, are projecting their truths onto these Sussex fans and squatties. Hear, hear. Oh, hi, Gwen Daniels. Let's see here. Big Mama. Hey, Big Mama. They're trying to scare off Harry and Meghan supporters. They're scared. They scared. Yes, they're scared. Yeah, I don't trust Kensington Palace, and I don't trust them other ones either. I certainly would never trust Camilla. What is it? Is it Dan Dan? Happy Juneteenth to you as well. Thank you so much for being here. Yes, they're trying to silence us. That's what they're trying to do. No retreat, no surrender. Oh, still not ready for that yet. I'm sorry. Let me get back over here again. Was I done with that article? Let me see. Well, I hope I was done because, okay, there it is. I think there are some lines of demarcation, particularly the health of the King and Kate. I don't think they are deploying their troops. This is more about the danger of foot soldiers who are uncontrollable because they enjoy their own coverage. Let me see. They're part of an army of people on social media. Now, see that language, army. That's to make it sound like there's some type of terrifying aggressor. Let me see. They're part of an army of people on social media who are driving more and more conspiracy theories. The whole idea of referring to something as a conspiracy theory is to actually downplay the questions that are being asked. It is to deflect upon the people that are asking the question. In other words, to make them sound like they are delusional or crazy or liars. Any close follower of the Where is Kate Middleton viral social media trend in February and March will have noticed pro-Harry and Meghan accounts circulating theories, particularly those related to William and Kate's marriage. I'm not going to touch that. However, an investigation by George Day tracked the hashtag back on its earliest usage and found that Sussex Squad accounts had played a key role in early adoption in late January, weeks before it hit the mainstream in February. You don't know that. In the aftermath of Kate's return, there are still conspiracy theories circulating, including body language. Now, see there, they're bringing up body language, right? And some very profitable platforms have used body language against the Sussexes over and over again. As a matter of fact, they invite that Looney Tune, Angela Levin, who constantly insinuates in so many ways that Harry is under Meghan's control and that Meghan controls everything and everybody. And there's been so many occasions where you hear people on the Talk TV and on the GB News or GBN, well, GBN, uh, trying to make a case that Harry doesn't have time to think for himself or that Harry has somehow been bamboozled by Meghan. And I don't see any articles written by the Newsweek or Jack Royston pushing back at that farce, right? Harry, the decorated soldier, is somehow afraid and intimidated by his wife. I think the majority of people look at this and see that there is a distressed woman there, and these people who have dived into what is it by be supporters looking for clickbait. Oh my God, is he accusing? Look, I'm done. I'm done, done, done. I'm done with this. This is nonsense. We're the ones looking for clickbait. We're looking for clickbait. Yeah, I'm done. Anyway, it's a stupid article from some very silly people that are trying to flip things around and blame the Sussex Squad. And of course, first they blame the Sussex Squad today. Tomorrow they'll blame the Sussexes. Or tomorrow they'll say that the Sussexes aren't doing as much as they should to try to discourage the Sussex Squad. The thing is, everybody in America was asking, where is Kate Middleton? It went well beyond the Sussex Squad. There were all kind of people. And of course, there were even very firm supporters of the Prince and Princess of Wales that were afraid for Kate. Where is Kate Middleton? There was a reason why people were asking. Anyway, I'm done with this. Let us move on. U.S. government lawyers cite Donald Trump's case regarding right to privacy in legal battle that is, over Prince Harry's visa documents. Lawyers for the U.S. government have looked to the case regarding Donald Trump in their fight against a conservative think tank, which is demanding the release of Prince Harry's visa documents. Well, I'll just say it in a way that may not be politically correct, but go to hell. You're not getting any such thing. The same rules and policies that were used to maintain Donald Trump's privacy will be the same thing that dictates that Harry has a right to his privacy. U.S. citizen or not. So let me see here. So it says here, it has recently been emerged, that is, that the U.S. government brought up a court ruling related to Donald Trump as part of an argument against the release of Harry's visa details. According to the statement made in a February court hearing transcript, a lawyer for the government, John Bardo, cited a legal battle regarding Trump's right to privacy as precedent. The case concerned the Freedom of Information Act request to release details of the interactions Trump may have had with the FBI prior to 2015 during his time as a private citizen. Bardo argued in February that since the former president was found to have a privacy interest in his case, Prince Harry should too, with respect to the current case. They found that President Trump, from when he was a private citizen, his privacy interests outweighed any public interests that there may be in previous interactions he may have had with the FBI, Mr. Bartle said. And I would argue if President Trump has privacy interests in that kind of interaction with the government, Prince Harry's privacy interest is even greater. Prince Harry was never a government official in the US, nor has he appeared on a ballot in the country. So that is the argument that he used to say, back off, right? Isn't that what they said about Kate? Back off, leave Kate alone. Kate has a right to her privacy. Well, Harry has a right to his privacy. So this think tank, at any given time, these same people could start looking into very private matters in the United Kingdom. The Heritage Foundation is not only operating here in the US. As a matter of fact, Camilla Tominey is part of it. I've seen her in a discussion with them. The founding member of or one of the lead members of the Heritage Foundation, he worked for Margaret Thatcher, the Iron Maiden. So this is probably just people that have the English language in common, that also have an alt-right and possibly white supremacist point of view about things, that just want to make trouble for anybody that happens to be non-white, or anybody who they imagine to be or believe to be left-leaning, too liberal. Those are the people they target. So obviously that includes Harry. All right, let me see. How do you say that? Is W smile is with smile? Anyway, thank you so much for the super chat. Interesting that a lot of these publications have ties to Britain. Co-owner of Newsweek sits on board of Prince's Trust. Isn't that interesting? I did not know that, but that is very interesting. Very interesting. And also, you should know that even, I would say, I don't know, 30 years ago, the type of people that wrote for or edited the Star Magazine, the Globe, and the Inquirer here in the US, I believe that most of those people had ties with the UK. They're Fleet Street people who came over here to some more fertile grounds. In other words, they know they can make more money, so they come to the US and they have imported that brand of journalism over here. And it's not to say that we haven't had bad journalism before. We have. But at the level, at the vitriolic level of the Fleet Street experience, that is something that has only become progressively worse for as long as I can remember. It has become it's alarming how much license they take with real people's lives. So some of the things that they do over in the UK would actually have you indicted here in the US. But the laws actually protect people in journalism in the UK to a much greater extent than they have protection here in the US. But still, they take their chances. They have all been sued. All of these papers have been sued. And of course, a lot of these cases have been very favorable toward the plaintiff because it's not difficult to make a case against them. It is not difficult to make a case. And when you pay out here in the US, just look at what was it, $787 million that Rupert Murdoch's company had to pay because of that lie that they told about those voting machines. They were saying that the machines were faulty or whatever, and the state in which they were making these accusations didn't even have that particular company's machines. It was another company. So they were willing to lie. They were willing to risk that lie just for their constituents or just for their audience, for their fans. They were willing to tell that big lie. It was worth more to them. But that's because they're used to doing it in another country where they're not going to have to pay as much. And that was a settlement. If they would have gone to court, and if you have the right jury, an American jury helps decide how much is going to be paid. And when they're angry, they can cause a company to go bankrupt. I don't care how big the company, they can make those people bankrupt. So that's Niall Gardner, and that is Liz Truss. Um, Niall is that big head guy that's on the Heritage Foundation. That's that guy that has that forehead that you could show one of those 70 millimeter, what do you call it, Panavision movies on his forehead. He's part of that think tank. And given the size of his head, you know he spends a lot of time thinking, right? I mean, look at how big his head is. It is a massive, massive cranial. But I'm starting to think that where there should be brain matter, there's probably a lot of fluid, just fluid, spinal fluid probably. Few brain cells, mostly spinal fluid. Matter of fact, maybe he only operates using the most primitive of brain activity, the brain stem, because the rest of his brain is just waterlogged. I mean, consistently, that big headed man with all of his thinking and thoughts and ideas, he only thinks far enough to start trouble, but he doesn't think it through. He doesn't reason with the idea that he could actually lose. That doesn't come to mind. So, and there he is right there with, what's his name? You can see he loves prime ministers, right? There he is with Boris Johnson. And again, he's not really that tall, but his head makes up for the rest of his height. That big, massive forehead. That's what makes up for his height. differential to most people. So he's a bizarre looking character. Very strange. Yeah. Repulsive. That's what he is. Repulsive. Now, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are not looking for a home in the UK. Contrary to speculation in the media, Vanity Fair can confirm that the Sussexes are not eyeing real estate across the pond. Despite rumors that Harry's ongoing legal battle over his security arrangements is a sign that he is interested in a more permanent spot in the country where he and Meghan both have charitable ties, Vanity Fair can report that the prince is not looking for property in the UK. Period. Nothing. Nada. And there you can see on the right side, Prince Harry searching for a UK home. That was back in June the 11th, right? And Newsweek was saying it. GB News reported it on the 10th. They have been without a home base in England since they vacated Frogmore Cottage last summer, despite rumors that Harry's ongoing legal battle over his security arrangements is a sign that he is interested in a more permanent spot in the country where he and Meghan both have charitable ties. Vanity Fair can report it ain't true. Royal author Tom Quinn, who seems to be the start of most of this nonsense, sparked speculation on the matter in an interview with the Daily Mirror, as he supposed that the California lifestyle might be wearing on Harry. He misses his old Etonian and army friends, many of whom have not visited, as they don't get on with Meghan. If they don't get along with Meghan, then they wasn't a friend in the first place, right? So, anyway, it's not true. And it's still not true. Prince Harry searching for UK home? Nope, not true. Now, Meghan Markle and Prince Harry's friends slam for promoting her products on the heels of Kate Middleton's return. The Princess of Wales announced last minute a return to Royal Balcony Friday for Trooping the Color. Well, maybe they just didn't get as much momentum out of Kate's emerging on the balcony the other day, right? I think the momentum just wasn't there. And because the momentum wasn't there, maybe that's why they want to blame the Sussex squad. Now, Nacho, as you can see here, Nacho is enjoying some of that American Riviera orchard jam preserve. I didn't notice this before, but what fruit do you see on the screen right now? Elaine Parker, thank you so much for the very generous and thoughtful super sticker. And thank you so much for being here and also being one of the moderators on Royal Sussex. Greatly appreciate it. And I hope you're feeling better today. So I didn't realize this, but Nacho had asked for raspberry preserve, right? But there are some strawberries in the foreground, the foreground. But if you look in the background, you can see raspberries, right? Strawberries, raspberries. So we know that the first jars had strawberry, but it was Nacho who was pushing for the raspberry. See there? Didn't notice it here either. I did not notice that there was raspberries in these photos. Huh. How did I miss that? It was supposed to be strawberry, but I'm looking at raspberry. Again, it was Nacho who wanted raspberry preserve. And I'm glad too, because raspberry is actually my favorite. And with a blind taste test, I probably wouldn't know the difference from strawberry, but I just I assume it tastes different, but truthfully, I wouldn't know the difference one or the other. But I do know the quality when I taste it. That is a constant. Is that a very good quality preserve or jam, as we say here in the U.S., is quite evident every spoonful. And thank you, Connie Balmer, for supplying me with several jars. She gave me raspberry, strawberry, and apricot. The apricot I will probably use on a croissant. A croissant. Um, yeah, I'll probably use that on a croissant. Anyway, I love apricot too. So there is Nacho. As one of the squaddies said, if they think Nacho overshadowed the troop in the colors, they best better be glad he didn't lick the spoon or lick the knife or whatever, because if he would have, if he would have, people would have lost their minds. I mean, look at this. Look at how he's tearing into that toast. You see there? He is just tearing into that toast. So if he would have licked the spoon, somebody probably would have fainted from the excitement of it. And right there, look at that artwork. He even has some artwork in his home that features what? American Riviera Orchard. That's how much he loves the stuff. He just sits there and ponders, trying to figure out what makes the American Riviera Orchard so delicious. That is just incredible. So, just goes to show if it's good enough for Nacho, I'm sure I'm going to like it too. Oh, yeah, that's right. Meghan gave him the raspberry for Father's Day. And that is why he shared it, because he just received it. It was delicious. He was excited about it, and he just wanted to share it with people. That's it. And plus, the Sussexes and the Nacho, what is it, the Figaras, and what is her last name? I can't remember how to say her last name. Delphine Blaquier, right? Anyway, um, they're not just friends; they're family. They are they're friends that are family. So um, everybody should be so lucky to have close friends like that. Now, I couldn't place where I've seen it before, but I could not stop thinking about that hideous dress. As a matter of fact, Legs was the one who Lex was the one who referred to it as the clown dress. Anyway, I couldn't stop thinking about that hideous dress. So, excuse me. I said, where have I seen that before? And then it hit me, Wonder Bread, which just by coincidence, well, it just happens to be white bread. But, oh, that's probably why she's wearing it. Anyway, um, that's where I've seen that before. I just couldn't place it. I just couldn't place it. Um, Cheap and inexpensive and always delicious Wonder Bread. It's very cheap. Um, what is wrong with this girl? Why is it every time she goes to any type of sport, she makes that face? Is that the Camilla excitement face? Because if this is how she looks when she's excited, um, it makes me wonder how she was able to start a family. If this is your excited face, it makes me wonder how could you have started a family? But then again, you know what? there's some people that's into that, right? There are some people that are into that. And it kind of reminds me of the last time she made that face. Are you ready? Incoming, incoming. Okay. Yes, it reminds me of the last time I saw that face, baring those bottom teeth at you, as if she's not a frightful individual without making that face. Now, you guys, they were at the Royal Ascot today. That's right. Mike and Carol were allowed to go out in public again. Mike and Carol actually made a visit to the Royal Ascot. Those people who have been up to their woohoos in debt decided to go out there and show people we're still rich. Yep, they wanted to show people that they still got it. So William's helping hand. I'm sure he did help. I mean, look at his face. His face is just screaming, did the check clear? Did your check clear? Oi, did the check clear? Did you get the check? Okay. All right. All right. Well, it's up to you to decide what to do with it. But yes, his face says, did the check clear? And of course, her face says, um, thanks for the check. Or anyway, I don't know. There may not be a check involved. Who knows? And then, sealed with a royal kiss, Zara Tindall shows off her tactile side as she warmly greets fellow royals with a peck on the cheek at Royal Ascot. Um, you all know that this is theater. This is a performance. This is a way of trying to make them seem as a loving, authentic family, when the truth is they are anything but. Zara Tindall and Prince of Wales and Her Majesty the Queen, whilst Princess Eugenie backs the winner at Royal Ascot Day 2. Um, I'm starting to think that they had an open bar. Yeah, Zara kind of looks like there's an open bar. That's the look I'm seeing. This seems like a wedding reception with the open bar for any and everybody to frequent as often as they like, because it was a real love fest with her. I mean, look at that. She gave Mrs. Peepers a kiss. And of course, there's a little peck. I mean, these are some very serious smooches. What is going on? I mean, this type of expression is a little over the top. It's a little bit over the top. Yeah. She even kissed Camilla. And of course, her mother is kind of concerned about her. Um, Never one to get overly excited. You could see that the Princess Royale is a bit alarmed with all of this touching and squeezing and pecking and stuff like that. You know, she's not a very outwardly tactile, touchy feely type of person, especially at a function like Royal Ascot. She doesn't like to touch or be touched. I mean, when was the last time you've ever seen someone embrace her? I don't think I've ever seen it, not even her mother. And so watching her daughter walking around kissing and hugging on everybody was probably all too much for her. I mean, her eyes just say, "Hey, cut her off. Not not another drink for you." And speaking of drinks, speaking of drinks, did you know that Mike and Carol Middleton showed up today? And Carol, who gets a little wobbly sometimes, she can get a little nervous and jittery. Sometimes she just has to find a way to unwind. Um, she has so much on her mind: bills, debts, a collapsed company, a brother who is a purveyor of baking soda. Her daughter had some type of near death experience, they said. So she's had a lot to put up with. Do you realize this is the first time that she and her husband have been seen publicly since Christmas? As a matter of fact, did she go to church with them on Christmas, or did she go to? Maybe the last time we saw them was the Christmas Carol. Ah, there you go. When you think nobody's watching, Carol Middleton has found a way to take the edge off. She's found a way to take the edge off. All she needed was just a little bit of something to drink just to take the edge off, right? Mom, yep, I see you found the bar. Yeah, just a little something to take the edge off. A couple more drinks and she'll start singing like Betty Davis and all whatever happened to Betty. What is it? Whatever happened to Baby Jane? I've written a postcard to Daddy. His address is heaven above. uh, yep, a couple more drinks and she's going to start prancing around like Betty Davis and whatever happened to Baby Jane. I've written how much I miss him and need him here for love. Instead of a stamp, I put kisses. The postman says that's best to do. Well, no, I don't blame her. When you have had to, I guess, forfeit your dignity in order to climb the ladder, to climb your way into the aristocracy, um, one has to do something to unwind. So it's not the first time. Remember that time they went to the, you know what? There's something about the sports that just brings the weirdness out of people, right? Every time she goes to any type of competitive match, she always has to unwind. And she doesn't care who sees her do it either. Well, maybe she cares a little bit. I mean, that would explain the paper bag. All that social clamming, and this is like one of the tackiest things that you could do. Could you imagine if you married into the aristocracy and one of the tabloids ran images in their paper of your mom getting sauced? I mean, just getting totally toe down publicly like that with a plain paper bag. Tacky, tacky, tacky. Oh, well. All those years of social climbing, looks like we forgot some of our social graces. And then, of course, when it's all over with, regret. Karen Walker, I thought I smelled gin and regret. Remember that from Will and Grace? Well, if it isn't Karen Walker, I thought I smelled gin and regret. uh, but no, seriously though, it looks like Ma Middleton has kept some of those little cocktail bottles from British Airways. I bet she has a whole secret compartment in Buckleberry where if you like know which book to pull, you just pull on the book and the wall opens up and there's all types of beverages that were procured from British Airways, including her little trolley that she used to serve drinks to the customers. Okay, matter of fact, I'm going to play a little soundbite for you guys from Matter of Fact. Please don't forget to hit the like button. And if you're not subscribed, please do subscribe. Your subscriptions, your likes and shares helps to keep this channel strong. So please do it. Let's see here. Like, share, and subscribe.
This is Meghan Markle of trying to upstage Kate to prove the same point, so buckle up. Piece where he accuses Meghan Markle of trying to upstage Kate to prove the same point, so buckle up. Apparently, it's not enough to just refer to Kate as our fair lady. That is a little sickeningly sweet, but that's the type of thing I expect from royalists. I'm not a royalist. I'm a person who's fascinated by the monarchy. Those are two different things. I'm not going to go out of my way to support them. I just like observing them because I love the history of them. Being a royalist would be fine if you were just sticking to stuff like this and being positive. But no, these people always have to take it a step further. They can't help themselves. In Alison Pearson's piece, which reads like a cross between fan fiction and adoring fan letter to Kate, you can tell she's bitter, not just about the quote-unquote trolls who cruelly hounded Kate, demanding she return to work, but also about these so-called Sussex camp Harry and Meghan supporters. She drops this paragraph in the middle of celebrating how nice a day Trooping the Colour was. It emerged like clockwork that Meghan had released a second jam. A second jam has hit the Twin Towers. Let's throw it back over to Tom Sykes really quick because he wrote not one, but two articles about Meghan Markle's jam on Trooping the Colour Day. She didn't even do anything. Let's get that out of the way really quick. What happened was Harry and Meghan's friend Nacho posted a picture of a jar of jam that Meghan had given him, as well as a jar of dog biscuits. And because the British press are so sensitive, they interpreted this as Meghan trying to sabotage Kate's big day. However, last I checked, Trooping the Colour is the official birthday of the British monarch, not the Princess of Wales, which betrays another ulterior motive of the British press to distract from the fact that this is how King Charles was looking on Saturday. Tom Sykes even had to write about this in an article about Kate Middleton giving the monarchy the best day since the coronation. He acknowledged that King Charles was alive, if not looking particularly well, and goes so far as to say today was really all about Kate. How insulting! Oh my gosh! You're supposed to be monarchists, not Princess of Wales-ists. In this article too, Tom Sykes quotes a friend of Kate's, which I'm not convinced this isn't just Carol Middleton being quoted, who said, "Catherine has been absolutely amazing. Her statement was extraordinary and her appearance today was graceful and elegant and has filled people with hope." Again, I don't have a problem with that statement, even if it is a little sickeningly sweet, but I found something interesting. The same quote is used in this article about Meghan and her jam. The same friend and the same opening part of that quote with the added "and lesser mortals piece from the Telegraph, there is one common thread: anxiety. Royalists are getting nervous. They know that Queen Elizabeth left a hole in their monarchy and their national identity. But rather than address the actual problems with their monarchy and try to move forward into the future, they've decided to blame Meghan Markle and her quote-unquote supporter for everything. Alison Pearson literally does this. She says, "Particular spite has come from the Sussex camp, and how will the competitive sulkers in Montecito respond to a beaming Kate back on the front pages? They want you to think that the problem is trolls who love Harry and Meghan and just want to be mean to Kate and the monarchy because they love Harry and Meghan. There were other detractors who actually showed up to Trooping the Color on Saturday in the form of Republican protesters, people who have a legitimate bone to pick with the monarchy. But people like Allison Pearson and Tom Sykes do not want to engage with the fact that there are actual protests happening more and more, I might add. They would rather you keep blaming Meghan. They would rather you believe that there is a feud as vicious as it is petty, not one fabricated by the press. That you don't realize that in just 5 short years, we've gone from a monarchy that is represented by pictures like this to one that looks like this. They are scared shitless, and when you see them start punching down, you can really tell. Let me know your thoughts in the comments.
Okay, so that was matter of fact. She's on TikTok. And anyway, she's the one who may be responsible for the palace getting kind of agitated about the Kate in Houston story, and possibly, not completely, but possibly may have played a small part in Kate appearing on the balcony. Because again, she was quoted, actually they ran an article about her in the Daily Mail. So she's very well known. She does not, I think she's very fair and balanced with the way she speaks of things. She tells the truth as she knows it, and to the best of her ability. And a lot of people have responded to it in a way that I think has given her quite a platform. And so anytime I'm looking for anything on TikTok about all things royal, her videos usually are the first ones that pop up. So she has a very big audience, and they listen to what she says. Okay, she has a very, very big platform, and I do believe that she kind of helped push and nudge Kate onto that balcony. And like she said, they are afraid because the monarchy was more about Queen Elizabeth than it was about the actual institution itself. The identity of the monarchy was so tied into Queen Elizabeth that once the Queen was gone, the monarchy just seemed to slip into obscurity in most people's minds. It's more like the wallpaper. With the Queen, it was kind of like something on television. You may not sit there and watch a lot of it, but in passing, you'll watch a little bit and then you'll go back to watching whatever else. But with the family as it is today, they're like wallpaper. You know it's there, you forget about it, and then on occasion you look and be like, oh yeah, what was I thinking when I put that wallpaper up? You know what I'm saying? The wallpaper becomes invisible over time. Only people that know nothing about your house, have never been in your house, would take notice of it. But it doesn't really get much notice because you put it up, you knew it was there, and you just kind of forgot about it. It's home. It's nothing interesting. It's just home. So that's what the royal family is today. There's something that may have come with the house, as a matter of fact. It's been there. It was there when we moved in. I don't even notice it anymore. That is what the royal family has become. They're not very interesting. And so to offset the boredom of it all, the tedious nature of it, to offset the royal family's boring prospects, they need to speak of Harry and Meghan to create hostility and anxiety about the future of the monarchy. So anyway, she's amazing. true, Baron, but it's more like a clown show now. Well, that would definitely describe the Caribbean tour. That was a straight up clown show. That was one of the funniest things ever. Okay, Kate Middleton may never come back as she was. Kate Middleton may never come back as she was. I believe this article from Tom Sykes was another thing that pushed her out on that balcony. You got Matter of Fact and Tom Sykes. When Tom Sykes wrote that Kate Middleton may not ever come back or may not ever come back as she was, that was just one of just a handful of things that began to panic the institution. And they're even saying that William went to MI5, MI6 to discuss security in reference to Kate emerging from her convalescence. So take a look. There is Kate on the left, Carol on the right. You can see some of the things that are genetically Middleton, right? Or should I say Goldsmith? Kate, let's just say it's in the genes. Let's say it's in the DNA. It's in the blood. Kate is going to, already has actually inherited certain traits from her mother, including the puffy eyes, the jowls, the smile line, a few things, right? And so that's inevitable. She is going to turn into her mother. And Kate, of course, has been pushing back against that in ways that, well, we won't get the official word, but she's been fighting. She's been fighting it. This was Kate at the Remembrance Day at the center staff, whatever. That's Kate on that occasion. And people were horrified by this photo. These are the photos. There was a collection of these photos that were used to on the front pages of various newspapers, right? And in those photos, you can see that Kate looks older than her real age here. This is one of the worst that I've ever seen her. But there has been speculation that she perhaps have used some age-defying techniques. Like on your left side there, you can see she looks more natural. And then on the right side, it's as though someone took an air pump and just and plumped her all up. Now, how she managed to do that, I don't know. Oh, you know what? Thank you so much. I got something from Amazon and I didn't order it. So if you sent me something from the wish list, it may be a while before I actually go and pick it up. But because I am very far away from it. But yeah, so I usually do that once a week. So if you did send something over there, thank you ever so much for that. And I will get it very soon. And I'm just like, did I order something? But I knew I didn't order anything. So I'm guessing one of you all sent something. And again, thank you very much. And remember, no one is obligated to order anything from the wish list. It's just something that is very fun for me. Mostly low-cost items that surprise me when I open it. So if you are inclined to do so, I'm going to pin that link to the top of the chat. But again, most things on the list are quite inexpensive and just fun. Okay, thank you very much. And thank you, Lydia. And hi, Lydia. I didn't know you were here. Okay, now I'm going to move on. Let me go to this one. So, right here, Kensington Palace gave rare comment to deny reports that Kate Middleton got baby Botox, right? They denied it. But yet, you have these images of Kate that say otherwise. Something happened. Either that or she has a magician for an esthetician. Yes, she doesn't have a esthetician, she has a magician. Fix a flat, mineral oil. Like this one right here. This was just 2 years ago? Not quite 2 years ago. A major difference in what we saw Saturday, right? Very big difference. Huge. Who's that lady? Who's that lady? Guess who is that lady? I don't know her. You know what I'm saying? Compare this to Saturday and tell me you don't see something. I mean, yes, you can get a good night's sleep, you can moisturize, you can do a lot of things, but this is the work of a magician. Here's another one. Now you can see Carol Middleton is pushing and shoving and squeezing, trying to come out. But instead, nope, somebody fixed it. Oh, I think I'm done. But yeah, somebody fixed it. So recollections may vary, but what we saw the other day was nothing shy of a miracle, especially for someone who had been sick, right? Someone who has been fighting. Okay, so that's not a great example there, but let me see if I can find something different. Okay, so no, not that one. This thing is being kind of slow right now. Oh, well, you all seen enough pictures from Saturday. Yeah, there we go. Okay. What day is that one? Well, that was 16th. Oh, you know what? I need to use one from the 15th. That's what I need. I need the 15th. Okay, this is more like it. Anyway, you guys, but I am just about done. So thank you all very much. But I just want to zoom in on a couple of close-ups from Saturday so you can see the difference. And I believe we can all agree that she looks beautiful. She looks absolutely beautiful. And you know what? No shade. Whatever it is she used to achieve that is just such a dramatic difference from this. And this was long before surgery. A very dramatic difference. But okay, so let me give some closing thoughts. I believe that the institution, that the royalists, the derangers, they are afraid. It had to be very tough, very stressful because of all of the conspiring that has taken place the past few years to pit Kate against Meghan, Meghan against Kate, pitting women against one another. It took a lot of effort to get to that place. And once they got to that place where they were certain that Kate was going to be there as a symbol of the authority and the future of the royal family, all of a sudden she was off. She was sick. She was on sick leave. And they didn't have anybody to wear their pretty clothes and to give those stern looks, to act and conduct in a way that is supposed to put Meghan in her place. That was frightening for them because they have been fighting and scheming and conspiring to create Kate Middleton. I mean, Kate Middleton was born, sure, but the Kate Middleton that you see there, that's a creation. That is a construct. That is not a real person. That's a creation. Someone of their choosing, someone who can rise above politics, rise above medical care, everything. She's a symbol of what's possible. So that is what they were looking for. That is how they see her. And then all of a sudden she was gone and they panicked. And so the best thing they could do was to try to get Meghan to be 50% of herself. It must have really, really destroyed them every time Meghan appeared somewhere smiling and living her best life. They're so happy to have Kate back, they don't know what to do. The only thing is, when will they see her again? Angela Thomas, thank you so much for the super sticker. And as always, thank you for watching Royal Sussex. And that will do it for us today. Thank you so much. And thank you, everyone. Please, again, don't forget to hit that like button. We are so close to 60,000 subscribers, which is so close to that 100,000. And that is when they issue that silver play button. When I get that silver play button, I am going to lay in my bed and sob with joy. Do you understand that? I am going to, it'll be like competing in a marathon. That's what I would say. It will be like competing in a marathon. I cannot wait. I need that silver play button. I must have that silver play button. So you all please like, share, subscribe, whatever you can do to support Royal Sussex so that we can get to 100,000 subscribers. The silver play button. If you don't know what I'm speaking of, that's that plaque that they give you when you get 100,000 subscribers. You know, I think the way that they judge that is very unfair because, you guys, Royal Sussex has more watch hours than so many of these other channels. I mean, whatever type of genre, I look at it and I'm just like, I have almost 2,000 videos. I don't mean shorts, 2,000 videos from like 5-10 minutes to 3-4 hours. And the thing is, there's also what they call watch hours. And there's a whole heap of those for Royal Sussex. So if they issued that silver play button based on how much traffic you bring to the YouTube, I should have gotten that thing a year ago. But that is not the way they judge these things. So it'll just make it all that much sweeter whenever and however it comes. So looking forward to it. Okay, so take a look here. And yes, to date, Royal Sussex has 37.4 million views. People have tuned into Royal Sussex 37.4 million times. And of course, 8.1 million watch hours. And 59,000, how many subscribers? 465 subscribers. So it is only going to get better. Cannot wait. I'm excited. All right. So I hope everyone is well. And I will see you all tomorrow. It has been a pleasure. And as I always say, thank you so much for trusting me to do this work. Your trust means more than anything else that can come out of this channel. Thank you. Cookies and Cream says, everyone, please stay safe, pray, don't peg, and always hydrate. All right, very good. So no more long goodbyes. I'll see you guys tomorrow, maybe about the same time, I hope. Okay, love you. I'm out of here.